Hi guys, welcome to this video where I'm trying to give you an answer on the question if it's possible to replace a standard computer mouse with a trackball. So of course I'm not talking about these old type of trackballs which originally came with a ball is in the size of a standard American pool ball, like this here, old Kensington expert mouse. So that was these devices were really famous some 20 or 30 years ago. After they came up with the mice, computer mice, and they computer mice were using some kind of small trackball underneath. Probably a lot of people, young people, don't know this anymore. First computer mice, they were not using laser or such devices or infrared or whatever. They were using a small ball, maybe half an inch in diameter or even smaller underneath, and they were quite good, but the problem was they were picking up a lot of dirt, and so they were working in two different directions. One hand, on one side, they were trying to make something like this trackball, which didn't touch the surface and yeah, should pick up less dirt and have other advantages, but of course disadvantages. And the other thing was the optical mice sensors. So that's an interesting thing which I have found on Wikipedia. Maybe it's anyway worth to have a quick look at the history of trackballs, how they developed in about 1940 or so and was used for war or whatever. So the history, it's really pretty interesting. So anyway, yeah, I'm not talking about these big, heavy trackball devices. I'm talking more about these modern type, which there is a small or intermediate size ball, usually on the left or yeah, of course, right side or in the middle, something like that. So you see, Logitech is really famous. Some Chinese brands have come up with same thing, but usually it's Kensington and Logitech for most of the time. So the thing is, they have quite good reviews that surprised me. I was in the market to replace my old computer mouse, and I was just looking for a new computer mouse, and I just by chance found these. That these things are still on the market, and they have a really awesome reviews. I mean, really good feedbacks. You see, only 5% one star. That's really awesome. And I was curious to find out how this works, and I ordered this, and I'm working with the Logitech M5570 almost on a daily basis, but not the full day. I'm working. I've to have a comparison still to the computer mouse. I've split my work. I'm working a couple of hours every day with this trackball, and I'm working a couple of hours with the regular computer mouse. So I have a good that's a good way to still see the difference. And also, it was good to see if working with both of these devices are possible, or if yeah, I was a little bit scared that if I get used to the trackball, I couldn't get used back to the mouse, or yeah, if I work one day with mouse, I couldn't go back to the trackball. But that was not a problem. That was surprising. I mean, the learning curve for the trackball is quite fast, but of course, even after a couple of days or weeks, you the experience and I mean precision, speed, and everything, it still goes up. and I'm still a little bit learning and trying, but I think I'm on a quite good level. So I think regarding productivity, I'm at about 90 or 95% of a computer mouse. There are certain things which are a little bit more difficult with a trackball, like mark something like this, or drag and drop, like yeah, double click and click again and then move it to another place, something like that. That can be a little bit more difficult, but most of the things are really easy, like moving cursor around, tracking. I sometimes even enjoy that I don't have to um, yeah, like I don't have to drag my mouse pointer from here to here the full way with my hand. I just give it like a strong spin, and then it flows along. I mean, it's not exactly the same thing as with these tracking balls. They had such a heavy weight, and they were rolling for almost a minute, or yeah, if you didn't stop that. So you could give just a small push and it was gliding through the whole screen. That was awesome to see, but it has other disadvantages. So this is, if you go for a trackball, of course, that's the way to go. And yeah, it's important to know, even when these devices look like a mouse, it's not a computer mouse. Underneath, they don't have a sensor. I thought this would have a sensor, but maybe you can check. Yeah, here we can see underneath. There's just an opening here to push the trackball out from underneath to be able to clean that. That's the only purpose of this, I think. But there's no sensor here around. That's just the on off. And by the way, the off is actually not needed because the battery lasts actually forever. Even if you don't turn it off, that's a good thing. But no sensor underneath. So I'm really able to work with both of devices. So and it's really hard to decide which one I prefer, but of course it depends on the work what you have to do. So um, regarding efficiency and precision, there's a clear advantage for a normal or regular standard computer mouse. Of course, I've done several tests with some precision gaming, and even when you can do a lot of things, I think there's no way to compete to a regular computer mouse, because you can't go to a certain point in almost one click, like if you want to hit that. So with the trackball, you go approximately to the area where you have to go, and then you do the detail. So I think that there's no way, even when you train for a year, it's almost impossible to compete with a computer mouse. So you will be a little bit slower. So that's actually my thinking. If you are in a job, let's say if you are in a job which is super busy, you are stressed, you have so much work to do, and only efficiency is the key. You have to fill out a lot of forms. You have to jump from one field to another, and they can't use the tab or something like that. Then sometimes, then I would definitely think you still need a computer mouse, and that's actually no way to compete a normal mouse. Like also for gaming, so I think none of the pro gamers will ever use a trackball. There's no chance to come even close. Even when I have seen a sampling, you can check that out on YouTube. Other channels have been trying to do that, and it's quite surprising what they can do with a trackball, but they can't compete a normal computer mouse. So it's definitely not possible, I think. But on the other hand, it has some advantages with the trackball. So when you see, I've made a picture here with a normal computer mouse, and usually most people tend to have their wrist along the edge of the desktop, and that's exactly where the most sensitive part is of your hand and arm. So there are a lot of fibers or blood vessels, or I mean the veins, and you have rather thin skin, and so and it on the long term can really hurt. So probably if you're not when you're 20 years old, not a problem. When you're 50, a little bit more. When you're 80, then definitely this can be an issue. It's sometimes really depending on the age. So you see how usually people are using that. It's really along the age, and it can really hurt. And on the other side, a trackball doesn't have to be here because you don't have to move it around. It can easily be placed here, so you can have your arm um, like the middle of your arm on the edge of the desk. And I've been trying that for a while, and even after a couple of hours, it does not hurt at all. It's a huge difference compared to the position here, to this one. Yeah, this is much more relaxing, and you don't have to move around your hand. And there's even another um, trackball from Logitech where you can turn like yeah, upside a little bit your trackball, and a lot of people say it's even more comfortable, so it can be really relaxing, and I'm always looking forward to using this device every day for a couple of hours to work a little bit more relaxed. So I think when you have a job like more senior job, more thinking than working, and definitely not a computer gaming professional or something like that, I think it really can work for you. There are so many positive feedbacks about these Logitech trackballs. You really have to read that. A lot of people who have problems with their hands, their arms, their wrists, they have pain over time. Usually, when you get older, you get tend to get more problems, more pain, and then you're looking for solutions, and this can be really a really good solution for you. When I go to Logitech, I think I will probably find the other one. That's, yeah, let's just click on that and go down. Probably Amazon will show me the other thing. Yeah, here we have the MX version. It also has some additional features, like I think it has Bluetooth or something like that. Then you can connect to two computers, one with normal wireless, one with Bluetooth, and here you can see you can put it on a different angle. You don't have to use it flat, and a lot of people say this is even more comfortable than the MX570, and it has a little bit more precision, I think, and yeah, other features. Yeah, so it is rechargeable for 4 months. Oh yeah, with one charge 4 months, that's not bad. And you have a DPI switch, which you don't have on the M570. So yeah, I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. So um, yeah, if you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you are looking for the link to buy these on Amazon, that you don't get lost and you don't have to find it, I'll put down the link in the description anyway. Yeah, so I hope you like the video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.